Hi Scorpio, welcome to your April 2021 reading. I hope you guys are doing really well. So let's talk about the astrology really quick. We're not going to get super in depth with it. We're just going to talk about the big energies that are going to be happening. If you would like to have more in depth on a day-to-day astrology, you can be a part of the memberships. I do daily updates. I try to do daily updates with the in-depth astrology and tarot reading. So you get daily energy updates over there. The energy for you guys, this is going to be changing a lot of things for you. Mars is in Gemini. Mars is your ruling planet along with Pluto, of course, but Mars is the one where you get all of your action energy from, all of your investigative energy is from that Mars energy. So Mars is going to be squaring Neptune just in a couple of days, and we're already starting to feel it. And this can be a big veil, kind of like closing, like pulled over your eyes. It can make you question everything. It can make you think that everything that you're doing is wrong, questioning everything that's going on in your life. You can very much lose yourself in your ego during this time, because this Mars squaring Neptune energy is trying to show you the energies that you have to release, that you have to let go of, the things that are no longer resonating in your energy anymore, the things that are really holding you back, the stuff that's blocking you and restricting you. Mars in Gemini has already shown you the stuff that you need to focus on, so that you can work well with other people, so that you can work more with sharing yourself and being open, right? Open to suggestions and open to receive things and that such stuff with this Mars and Gemini energy. So even more so, and before it moves into Cancer, we have this deep regeneration really that's happening. And allowing yourself to flow with that is going to be more helpful than putting a stop to, you know, like blocking that and restricting yourself by thinking that everything is wrong and nothing is going to go right. This is a time to really, really, really remember your truth in a big way. And if you're not able to remember your truth, make sure that you have support around you to remind you of your truth on a daily basis. The new moon in Aries is happening on the 11th. That's going to be a great time to start manifesting things. This is like the actual beginning of the zodiacal year. So here we are with the new moon in Aries, and then we'll have your full moon on April 26th during Taurus season, after the sun has moved into Taurus, after Mercury has moved into Taurus, after Venus has moved into Taurus, after Mars has moved into Cancer, then we'll have your full moon. And that is like the super, I mean, you guys are used to, the thing about Scorpios is you guys are so aware, even more so than most people, of even your own bullshit, that you can detect somebody else's bullshit radar. Like you have this bullshit radar that I've never seen on anybody else. Like you cannot tell a Scorpio anything if they know that it's already not true. Like a Scorpio can see a lie coming from a mile away. So this Mars squaring Neptune there's going to be a lot of deceit. There's going to be a lot of revelations and a lot of deceit and a lot of lying. So if you're not fully being honest, if you are not setting all of your intentions within that honesty factor, it's going to be a pretty difficult time to get through. So make sure that you are always setting yourself up with love first, and being guided by that, being grounded and centered within that love aspect first and foremost. Okay, so we have that air sign and the earth sign coming out. Okay, so the Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Be very careful with your words right now. Be very careful with where you're placing your energies and where your focus is with your words, because we're still, you know, even in this kind of energy that feels a little bit stagnant, we're still manifesting. We're still moving forward. We're still creating things. And you're trying to find this really healthy balance within yourself. And I think intuitively, you already have an idea of the stuff that needs to happen. For some of you, you're dealing with a Libra or a Pisces. I feel like it might be, or the government, but it feels like you're working towards a goal right now. And that's where your focus needs to be. And if you feel like you're working towards this goal and you hit a brick wall or you feel blocked or restricted at some point, allow yourself to pivot. I know that stagnant water doesn't pivot very well. Fixed water doesn't pivot very well, but that's why we need to keep ourselves open and receptive to the things that are coming our way. Because the more you allow yourself to be flexible and to move through the energy and to pivot, the easier all of this is going to become. The easier all of this is going to be. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Justice, and the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like in order for you to be balanced, you really need to allow yourself to focus your attention. And intuitively, you already know what it is that you need to focus your attention on. For some of you, there are some legal things that are coming up, right? And these legal things are showing themselves or making themselves known because this is something that can stop your energy from moving forward. This is something that can restrict your energy in a pretty significant way if you allow it. So with the Eight of Pentacles here, there's this focus, this, I want to call it it's like ultra laser focus. Like there's almost tunnel vision with you guys, which doesn't really happen that often because you can see the bigger picture when most people cannot see the bigger picture. So let's see what this Queen of Swords, I feel like this is about really being straightforward with your own words, but at the same time recognizing like to not be hard on yourself. Like don't be so hard on yourself. There needs to be a little bit more leeway that's happening. And you also, so we have the Hermit on the Queen of Swords. There's this need for an inner guidance for you. There is definitely a need for you guys to turn inward in April. And every single time you come back to your center, you guys, every single time you come back to your center, you've closed another cycle. You've healed another trauma. Every single time you kind of lose it and you fall into, you know, that place that we don't, it's really uncomfortable. We don't like being there. We, you know, our ego gets all crusty and we say all the things to ourselves that we don't necessarily need to say to ourselves, but we do anyways. This is not about you beating yourself up. This is not about you, right? So then we have the Queen of Cups on the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel very much like this is your month to get grounded within self. This is your month to recognize like how nurturing yourself is something that will always be necessary. Like nurturing yourself and finding yourself and feeling that love that you have for yourself is always going to be necessary. So definitely don't lose that part, you know, and focusing on what it is that you want to have in the future and creating, and you know, when your energy is going in one particular area and it's for your own benefit and soul's growth, really amazing things begin to happen. So we have the Ten of Cups with the King of Wands. I know that you want to have the happily ever after with the fire sign. I get it. Or it could be with the Libra, or it could be with the Pisces, or it could be with the Virgo, the happily ever after that you want to have. And if that's something that you want to work towards, remember, again, this Aries Libra axis that we're on right now, with this Aries new moon coming up, Aries reminds us that without a relationship with ourselves, we cannot have a relationship with anybody else. We can't have a healthy relationship with anybody else if we don't have a healthy relationship with ourselves. So, and that's the biggest thing here. It's not like you can sit there and go, I wish, and try and manifest under a new moon all you want. But if you're not actively participating in your healing process, nothing's going to come out of it, Scorpio. That's the way that works, right? Like, you are the energy that you're going to be attracting or resonating with in your life. And so if you want that to be, if you want that to be that 10 of Cups, then that's what you're going to be embodying, and that's where your focus is going to be. You do realize, yes, I love this, during your full moon, oh man, the Death card and the moon came out on the High Priestess. There's going to be some serious psychic abilities that are going to be coming out for you guys. And so recognizing that stuff that you need to wrap up, right? Like, we don't want to take any of that bullshit with us on our journey. It's too heavy. It's too much to bear. It's too much to carry. Put it all down. And so allowing yourself to release the crap, allowing yourself to release all of that stuff that has built up inside of you for so long. Like, let's do that. Let's release all of that. You think? Then we have Justice. Yep. Surrendering. The way that you're going to find balance this month in April is within the surrender. And knowing that the work that you're doing, ooh, look at that. Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. But the beauty is going to be within the surrender. Fearless Intuition mugs are on the website, by the way. If you'd like to get one, they're only $15, which is a steal. 9 of Wands on Justice. Cool. The 9 of Wands is about surrender. The 9 of Wands is knowing that you've done everything that you possibly can, and you can't go any further. You have to take your hands off the wheel and say, I get it. I get it, I get it, I get it, right? And recognizing that it's okay to mourn the stuff that you have to let go of. It's okay that during that full moon phase that you guys are going to have, it's okay. With the 5 of Cups, just don't dwell on it. The 5 of Cups is about, reminiscing on the past, dwelling on the things that we've lost, dwelling on the things that we no longer have, and recognizing within that loss or within those energies that it's a much easier path to take when we are focused on what our soul wants, not what our ego wants, because whatever it is that you've had to let go of, or whatever it is that you are letting go of during this time, so that you can make room for new things, so that you can create with new things, the more you allow yourself to release that and not dwell on the things that have had to fall by the wayside, the easier it's going to be to pick yourself back up and keep going. It's very easy to dwell on the negative if you want to. It's very easy to look at all of that stuff and be like, why me? All you want to. But I've never really met a Scorpio that has a victim mentality, right? You guys just go, right? You just keep pushing through, but you can also be extremely hard on yourself. So don't beat yourself up for feeling this way. Honor the loss. Honor the loss and know that you are meant for really, really big things. Love this. Ace of Cups. Whoa. With that King of Cups, there you are in all of your glory and energy. Love yourself. The self-care is going to be a really big thing. Self-care, again, and I think that we've talked about this before, self-care is not just about the things that you do on the outside. It's not just about taking the bubble bath, making your favorite dinner, buying yourself flowers. It's so much more than that. It's about the way that you speak to yourself in your mind. So, and that's where the hardness will come from. That's where the difficultness will come from. And there's this lesson that you're really having to learn, that within all of that, if you don't let the tower come down, If you don't let that tower come down, it's going to be very, very hard to move into an easier existence, right? So we have the tower and the devil here. The lesson of this tower is recognizing that you are your own strength. Nobody else can do that for you. And that revelation and that recognition about that might be a little bit painful, because your ego might tell you that you can't count on anybody, and your ego might tell you that all of these things, like you have to be independent, you have to do things on your own, you have to do this, you have to do that. I've been through that before. When your ego is telling you that you can't depend on anybody but yourself, that's a trauma response. And so learning the lesson that yes, you are your own source of strength doesn't actually mean that you cut everybody off. That's not what that means. We're not cutting people off who genuinely want to be there for us and genuinely want to heal, right? So moving into an easier time by recognizing that it's not about what you desire, it's about what you deserve. And sometimes you deserve so much more than what you desire. And you just can't see that because of the limits, because of the limiting belief system that you've been brought up in. So when you become your own source of power, you begin to see all the things that you actually deserve, but do you believe it? Do you see? So reminding yourself of how strong you are, reminding yourself of how powerful you are in April, continuously reminding yourself, do it for 21 days straight. Wake up every single morning and have a mantra. I am powerful. I am open. I am receptive. Do that for 21 days. I guarantee you the energy is going to shift for you. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for your patience with this reading. I really appreciate you all. I had a dental emergency that I had to take care of over the weekend, so I wasn't able to do any other readings. So I'm thankful for your patience. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful April, and I will see you on the other side in May. Bye.